In 1954, British archaeologists excavated this hill in Wales. They were looking for traces of a medieval fortress. Instead, they found a man-made pool beneath the ground. It stood exactly where the legend said two dragons had slept. The fortress walls had been rebuilt more than once, just as the old story described. The place exists, the story exists, and the red dragon still flies on the flag of this country. This is the story of how that dragon might have lived. Her name is Emrys, from an old Welsh name meaning immortal. For months she has slept beneath Dinas Emrys, where stone, water, and legend meet. Now one amber eye opens in the dark. Even half awake, one movement of her tail can break worked stone. The passage was never made for humans, but her body knows every scrape in the rock. When Emrys reaches the morning air, she reads the valley. 15 meters of red muscle step onto the summit, thin from winter, but still immense. Her wing opens like a scarred sail, wide enough to turn the air itself into weight. Her ribs expand one by one, turning breath into pressure. In the Mabinogion, this cry was said to shake the whole island. It was not only a sound, but a territorial signal. Sheep, cattle, and dogs fall silent, as if the mountain has given one command. Small birds drop without wounds, stunned by a force that never touches them. In the farmhouse, iron tools begin to swing from the vibration. Modern biology knows animals that use low frequencies to affect other bodies. To medieval witnesses, this could only be the voice of a dragon. The river ledge breaks beneath her landing, as if the mountain itself struggles to hold her weight. On warm stone, winter gray leaves her scales, and the red of Yi Draig Goch returns. With the blunt end of her tail, she cuts a mark into limestone older than any flag. At dusk, she rests at the cave entrance, watching the valley lights appear below. In summer, Emrys hunts where Pliny said dragons hunted, near water. She does not attack with fire. She waits. The stag comes to drink, alert to the river, but not to the ledge above. Her tail lowers slowly, placed where the animal will step next. Then she drops without a roar, no flame, no spectacle, only weight, timing, and ambush. The tail reaches first because ancient writers said the dragon's power was in the tail. The coil tightens, and the stag's strength is turned against the ground. After the hunt, Emrys stands dark with peat and river water. She enters the lake to cool her body, as Pliny wrote dragons sought cold in the heat of the season. Here, cold mountain water serves the same purpose. Half submerged, she becomes a red island in black water. Ravens circle above her, but do not descend, because even scavengers understand distance around power. At night, one careless step near the pasture can become a village story by morning. Her tail cuts a dark groove through the turf. Farmers will find it at dawn and try to explain it. As summer fades, Emrys closes her eyes, facing the northern ridge. In autumn, the border changes before the enemy appears. A pale scratch cuts across the boundary stone. White scale fragments lie among the rocks like evidence of trespass. The Mabinogion speaks of a white dragon attacking the red one. Emrys answers the intrusion with a shorter call, not a claim, but a warning. Here, that invader has a name, Gwiber. He comes from the north, longer, paler, and faster than Emrys. Emrys blocks the cave with her own body. Some places are defended not from the sky, but from the doorway. Gwiber's call is sharper than hers, and stone loosens from the slope. They launch together, red and white shapes fighting for the same air. Emrys strikes with her tail, the weapon the old sources never forgot. The cost comes instantly, as her damaged wing tears open against the hillside. She cannot outclimb him, so she uses what he does not know. Every ridge, hollow, and updraft belongs to her memory. Gwiber lands on the hill fort wall, and the stones collapse beneath him. Emrys climbs from below the fog, choosing rock over open sky. Her tail reaches his neck before her body clears the rim. Emrys rises from the fog, holding him in the coil, wing torn open and flank newly scored. She throws him north, and the white dragon leaves without answering. Her final call is not victory, it is a boundary being restored. Three weeks later, the wing begins to heal, but the price remains in the membrane. Winter brings Emrys back beneath the hill, to the pool that made the legend sound impossible. The stone niche beside her is too strange for a tomb, and too deliberate to be nothing. Old vessels remain in the chamber, proof that humans once came close. In the legend, the dragons were made to sleep with mead. Here, myth becomes a structure built into the stone. Emrys drags Heather into the cave, preparing for the long economy of sleep. Snow touches her scales and melts on a body still carrying summer heat. Before sleeping, she circles Dinas Emrys one last time. Then she disappears into the mountain. Beside the pool, her breathing slows until time seems to follow it. Above her, Dinas Emrys becomes an ordinary snow-covered hill again. In a museum, excavation drawings tried to turn the mountain into evidence. A photograph from 1954 shows the pool where the legend placed the sleeping dragons. On parchment, the red and white dragons remain locked in combat. And in 1959, the red dragon was officially placed on the flag of Wales. One possible origin lies in the bones found in Welsh stone. Marine reptiles, long jaws, curved spines, and teeth could become something larger in medieval eyes. Perhaps people did not invent a dragon. Perhaps they named what they could not classify. Another origin lies in sound. Caves and mountains can produce low frequencies, felt more than heard. To people below Snowdonia, the mountain may have sounded alive. A third origin rode into battle with Rome. The Draco standard had a metal dragon head and a fabric tail that filled with air. At full speed, it did not look carried, it looked alive. In the manuscript, the red dragon remains lit, while the white one falls into shadow. Fossil, cave, sound, standard, manuscript, and flag all point to the same shape. Beneath Dinas Emrys, Emrys sleeps beside the pool. Above Snowdonia, the red dragon still flies.